one of the reasons that we have a tower cap is because it works. It reduces the amount of maintenance you have to do, because when you have one of these and it's getting lye in there quite quickly, then you have to keep changing the water out in order to keep because the water filters or traps any of those little moisture droplets. So as you can imagine here, if there was any little moisture droplets coming out and going down this tube, now we have this trap. But this is just a redundancy. In the original electrolyzers I was using a tower cap, I didn't even use this. We went directly from here to the drinking water jar and then we inhaled from that. So this is our redundant safety. So we have double safety. We have first, we want to make sure that the droplets stay down and the essentially drier gas comes out the top, and then in any little minuscule amounts of droplets that end up remaining get trapped in the water here, because it's a little water droplet, so the fresh water just traps it. So the first reason we're talking about having a tower cap is to pre-separate the mist from the gas itself. And so the second reason that we're using this type of a tower cap thing is because of sludge blocks. Sludge is normally formed in the electrolyzer over time, and when you go to pour it out the solution in order to clean the sludge out, the sludge pours past these fittings here. And some of the sludge can go out into this fitting and block the gas flow. So by not having this here as far as the gas is concerned and having a great big opening here for the tower cap is resistant to any kind of sludge block. You're not going to block this great big, what is it, 3/4 inch hole practically. So so that allows free flow going up, and so that's another reason why we have the tower cap. Now, when you get hot gases, they hold more moisture. Now the moisture isn't really water droplets, it's a vapor, and that vapor can come out of here and then it gets trapped over there because this is cool solution, and it cools it down and it condenses. But again, this is one of the reasons why we have a tower cap, where over here there's no stopping that vapor. As this thing warms up, you're going to get more water vapor out, or solution vapor in this case, which has more lye in it. So we want to separate out those vapors. We want to condense the water moisture. So this long tube here actually allows the gases to cool. And if you're using the AquaCure a lot, so you've got hot gases coming up, you're going to see the beads of water forming on the tower and then just dropping back down into the electrolyzer. So again, purifying the gas by not only getting rid of the fog, but the hot water moisture. So another thing that happens is if any soap or oils get in the machine, so you have water, distilled water that you're putting in with the fitting here, and that's another one of the things that the tower cap does. It has a little check valve here, so that if when the hot gases cool, if there wasn't a valve here, if it was plugged, a vacuum would form in the electrolyzer, and that vacuum would pull water back out of the humidifier and into the machine, and then overfill the machine in time. If your distilled water that you're putting in the tower cap has any oil in it, and a lot of distilled water does, even a distiller, if you're using a distiller, even the water lovers distillers that we use, if there's oil in it, it'll often distill over with the water, if the oils are about the same distillation temperature as or less than the water that you're distilling. So you end up with oil. When you get the oils in the machine and it's forming soap, one of the things that can happen is foam. Now most everybody's washed dishes with dish soap, so you see the soap bubbles coming up. And if you see the soap bubbles coming up in this tower cap, which you can see because it's a transparent tower cap. Transparent, that's why we have a transparent tower cap, because that foam, if it rised enough, would start going out with the gas and contaminating, because that foam has lye in it. It's water with soap bubbles. And so we don't want the foam to rise, if there is foam, enough to get out with there. And that's another reason we have height, is because, and not like over here, if there's any foaming here, it just immediately goes out and contaminates everything. Over here, the foam can actually separate from the gas, and the foam can fall back, and the gas is still pure. And then eventually the foam all turns into, the oils turn into soap, and you still have to clean out the soap deposits that are in the machine with the maintenance rinses, but you don't have the problem with the foaming. So overall, the tower cap is the best solution possible for all of the reasons that we've just talked about. So anybody out there that is saying they can take a Chinese chassis like this and not put a tower cap on it and it's better, simply doesn't know what they're talking about, period. Okay, now just quickly, this tower cap has the union fitting on the bottom, which makes it very easy to take off and install and turn any direction that you want. But it also requires this bottom piece to have Teflon tape. So you're putting Teflon tape around there and sealing that. A lot of people were having problems sealing this bottom piece. Now this is a very good tower cap, but this bottom piece here was the seal between the threads, because this is 3/4 National Pipe Taper threads, and on here we have 20 by 1 millimeter threads. They're almost the same, but it requires the Teflon tape in order to seal properly. So what we've done is we've invented a couple of adapters. So we call it tower cap base adapters. So instead of this union, or in addition to the union, like if you took this bottom piece off and put this adapter in there, this is 3/4 National Pipe Taper. In here is 20 by 1 threads and a gasket, okay? So when you glue this in on the bottom of whatever tower cap you have and you screw it down, that gasket seals, no more Teflon tape is needed. We have no more people with issues of the gas leaking into the machine. So this is a less expensive version with the PVC, we call it on our websites, and then this is the more expensive stainless steel version, which, by the way, the seal inside here can then be taken out and replaced if, for example, it gets damaged for some reason. So there is the tower cap and the reasons why we should have it.